Here is my infographic on meat consumption and whether or not it is sustainable. To begin, I chose to orient topics near each other to use proximity, so all the related topics are next to each other. For example, I have all of the production graphs are next to each other, these two, and then this whole section right here is talking about land use. Both of these talk about land use, and then the separate part talking about calorie supply. To create emphasis, I changed colors, so I have these blue and orange / yellow color to create emphasis for some of these words that are important in sentences, for these percentages, for global consumption, calories, and I use this large 50% to create a focal point that kind of leads into this graph here. Draws your eyes this direction. I used a line graph when I had multiple types of sources, and they were over a long period of time, so you could see all three of them really easily and see the differences, and how most of them are all increasing. And then I used a bar graph so you could see the amount of wheat production and how it has not changed much. And both of these are over almost the same amount of time. Might be a tiny bit different. And then I used a pie chart for these percentages to show the discrepancy in the percentage of land we use for livestock and crops. And then I used my iconograph. I used my icons as cows to show the calories derived from livestock, and wheat stalks to show the calories derived from crops. And they're very distinct and they look very different, so your eyes are first drawn to all of these cows, and then you see there's a lot more wheat, even though not a lot of the land is being used for crops and most is being used for livestock. It's very different for the calories that we get. And then I chose my color palette of complementary colors. I have these two colors that are complementary, orange and blue, and I use 60% brown, 30% blue, and 10% orange. To show emphasis, so I have all of my emphasis colors. And then I end with a question of how should we thoughtfully use our land, and then here are my sources.